So we are back on Torment Creek on Coldwind Farm, one of the newly remastered maps. Quite bright now. See, Corrupt Invention doesn't give us an obvious 3-gen. That can be a bad thing about these new maps, like the gen spread can be a bit difficult sometimes, with no closely grouped gens to defend. So we start looking around the corrupt area anyway. Find this girl that appears to be AFK. Let's take full advantage of our stalk. I'll leave her a bit red so I've got enough on my tier 3 to pop off if she's the only one I see. She now starts running dead hards. And because my internet's not very good here, I have a little bit of delay there, lag. And I'm on my way to an early first look. I'm looking around for and I do see a crow go there by that generator for another teammates. So because we saw a crow fly here, we're going to mute this generator. I know someone's over there to my left. And find the bill hiding. These maps being like quite brightly lit now, that's not as viable as it was before. Just straight in for the unhook in front of my face, so I'm 99 my tier 3, knock him down. I mean, for him to do that, he's got to have borrowed time, right? Which he does. We hit her anyway, so she has to go off and mend, she can't just jump on a generator. And we get another one body blocking here. A few seconds to spare. I mean, I know she's just going to come back and unhook him. So I tend to leave with the hopes of her coming back in. She doesn't. It takes time to kick this. And Claudette's got the unhook. Heading straight towards Cowtree. It's a powerful loop. We do have Bamboozle, which we use right here to cut off this. So that's blocked behind me. Try and force her to use the pallet. Unfortunately, I get stuck. And lag out as well. So I decided to leave that loop. I mean, it could be that they were lag switching as well, but I don't know, give them the benefit of the doubt. Come right back to this first generator. Trying to steer her away from this pallet and get myself close enough to get the orange, like so. I'm going to break this pallet, kick this generator. And we do spot someone nearby. Try and go for the double down, which we get. Just take a look around for anyone else. And Claudette saboed the hook. Okay. Even though I'm still in tier 3, we'll get her down because that's massive pressure on the team. Bamboozle that so she can't make that loop again. Good fake out there. She goes to the other one. It looks as if I'm going to fully commit but drop straight back down. She mind games me there. I'm going to be far, far away from the teammates. Okay, that's 3 people down. There's only one person that stopped me from hooking people, and they should be picking up their teammates, which as we can see they are. Decided to come through here to check for rescuers because I see they like to unhook immediately because, you know, they have borrowed time, which they do. I'm trying to keep an eye on Bill going behind me to pick up my slug, but also try and tear up off her. There's no point in hitting her right now. to be ready for, there he is, Bill. And I have my tier 3 ready. He's trying to run inside my body when I'm stalking there. Go towards that girl to try and force her to drop the pallet. The more pallets we can get out of the way early game be beneficial to us mid to late game. A second hook on her. Bill of course has been picked up. Again I come through the killer shack because I assume someone will be coming in for the unhook instantly, as that's what Swifts like to do. Decided to group up on this gen near the cowshed. Bill and Claudette. Active on going for Bill. Active on going for Claudette, sorry, and turn into Bill. I mean, you shouldn't run together anyway. Get stuck there trying to mind blame Claudette. Decide to just take Bill, try and hook him. And it's at this point I think I begin to realise they're not going to let me hook anyone. And yeah, you've got to make a decision with Swifts. You can play normally, calmly, and try and go for points. That means kicking as many generators as you can, pallets, trying to control your area. But you know, sometimes that's not going to work. And in that case, you need to go for the win at any cost, which is what I'm trying to do here. But yeah, they're not letting me hook. So what I decided to do was just down everyone, like I've said before. Really nasty Swifts like this that, you know, I'm not just having fun at your expense, like, do not want you to have any points or anything out of the game. It needs to be punished. So not down Bill. We're aware he could have Unbreakable. But with everyone injured, they're only a one shot down. So we don't bother hooking those two. It's straight there. There's 3 people down now, only 1 left. 1 is about to bleed out. But I'm just being patient, just looking around. Try and see if I can see this 4th one. And wherever they are, they've picked everyone up and this believe is Unbreakable. So I'll come back to the cow tree where I'd last seen them. Mindful of getting a back pocket tier 3 because the other 2 could be off healing each other. Luckily they're not. They are swarming the other girl trying to pick her up. And as I say, that Bill does heal. And we need to have a med kit, so... I'm not to say, yeah, you're going to bleed out. I'm not going to bother hooking her. Because 2 of them have healed now, which means they're going to come back and try and grief me. And whilst I won't get many points, I'll still win. She's just on the cusp of bleeding out, and there we go. That's the first one and dead. Now it's only 3 people to juggle. And whilst it's still going to be difficult, it shouldn't be as difficult as it was before. They have 2 gems ready to pop here, but I do have 2 stacks of fire up, so I can just kick them instantly and carry on chasing. And that's what you'll find as well, after a while, once somebody dies, the nature of these Swifts will turn and they'll start trying to push gens more. But it's too late now, and like I say, I'm with the intention of not hooking anyone. Do We see a bird fly over there, so we come back. I think it's just Claudette crawling that set that off. I mean, they're not crawling anywhere, and they're staying like quite close to each other, so it's quite easy to patrol. I just got up for the high ground, see if I can see anyone. I thought maybe she'd be on this harvester watching me. I'm starting to think now, though, maybe she's pushing a gen. Either that or they're hiding close by watching me. Both gone under a pallet. Thinking she must be close by. So what I do is the old fake pickup. Nothing. I mean, I was willing to take the pallet slam there. Because even then I'd know where she was and just be able to chase her down. Now Bill just uses Unbreakable, I think. So we go after him, knowing he can't get back up if we knock him down now. Takes the window, we take that straight after him, cut that off. Takes a shack window, we take that as well and cut that off. Forces him to throw the pallet. Expected him to come out this side, which he does. I'm also aware they are working on these two gens as well. Same thing again, just cut this window off. Down he goes. Now, because we saw that gen pop, we assume they're over there, and no one's going to stop us from hooking him. Straight back to this gen, because this was the other one they're working on. It's still regressing. Keeping an eye on that hook for the instant unhook they've been doing. And we see someone who finished that gen trying to come for the rescue. This makes me wonder where the Claudette is. I do see a crow fly there. She's back trying to finish that gen. So now we're both survivors are now. Trying to lead me away into the shack. I mean, the pallet is gone, that's not as strong anymore. And as you can see, I can block off the window with bamboozle. Bill's been rescued, so we go straight back. And I was trying a new technique here of every time when I get within striking range, I'll take the stalk instead of the hit. That way, you know, most of the time I always have a tier 3 99. Just check no one's stuck on that generator behind me. She's going to be back to Cowtree. Really don't want to run this loop. I don't know what they've done to it, well, you keep getting stuck on the edges like this, but... yeah. Okay. They've healed back over here, and these are... I've got a rough sort of 3 gem. We've got that one there, that one to my right. And that one there. So I really want to try and play this area. Especially since I know they've been trying to do both these 2 gens, as you can see. And yeah, a bit of a waste of tier 3, but... yeah, of course. No scratch marks and someone's been on that gen. And not hiding outside the window. There we'd head on. He tries to hide in my blind spot. Knowing no, those other 2 aren't actually in this area of my 3 gens, I'll pick her up. the hopes of someone will instantly rescue her, and then I'll know where, you know, at least 2 survivors are, and get the 3k, which is exactly what they do. So I come straight back. Let's check that generator. I do hear someone run past me, which is the Meg. Again, just trying to tear up the tier 3. I'll take the hit there because I know she's going to run straight into me. And if I'd have stood and stalked, I've got pallet slammed. With her going red as well, I know she's not got much left on her. So yeah, that get general progressing. Come back to this one and spot Bill just running in. Same thing again, I'm just going to get within striking range and then stalk him. Your stalk goes up quicker the closer you are to them. So this is just a good way of being able to use my power multiple times in matches. Realising that that's what I'm going to have to do against these is slug a lot. So now I'll check this generator. And of course Claudette comes back out to grief. She's the one I think's been sabotaging hooks. So now all that's left is Meg, but she is injured. So at this point, she'll either trade for her team or just completely hide and look for the hatch. Do you see this gen's been worked on? So I'm thinking maybe she's around here somewhere. Don't see anyone, so I'm assuming she left a long time ago. And there's a creeping around the map somewhere looking for a hatch. I mean, she could be just out waiting tier 3, but with her being injured, I can still down her in one shot. Not on the harvester. I think that's me that set that crow off. Nope. Not come back to that generator. Now she's healed. Rather than let everyone bleed out, I do want some hook points, so... And knowing she's not in the immediate area, I hook called out. Remember Hatch was over here, and she knows it as well. And unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that. Good dead man. So yeah, this is kind of your classic Swift here as well. As you'll see, they are running borrow time, like I said, on 2 of them, yep. Also 2 head-ons, all Swift perks, breakouts, and then when someone's near they can wriggle out. 2 of them are running that, which is why they all crowded me whenever I picked someone up. Decisive, even though, yeah, I didn't get a chance to use that. And adrenalines.